Hello, good morning, very good morning to you all, my dear friends. Uh, it is just today I thought that I should be starting a series of different books I have read in the past, and the first, my most favorite one, which really inspired me throughout my last nearly 10 years, a wonderful book by Paulo Coelho, Alchemist. It did not only inspire me, but it gave me a lot. It made me think a lot. It made me learn a lot. It did not only help me, but I say it helped a lot of those people whom I spoke to, whom I talked to, with whom I discussed about, whatever my learning were. Even I would say that there were a lot of people who I feel had different kind of problems in life. They had a lot of discouraging situation in life, and even many of them, they were just like I call drowned. I say that the learning of alchemist made me help them, made me motivate them, made me support them, made me encourage them. So the sharing of those learning, some of the learning I'm going to share with you as well today, that how did and how I found about the alchemist, what I learned from the experiences, what I learned from alchemist by reading it, by absorbing it, by trying to understand it. I call it Alchemist is a life changing novel. A person who thinks that want to really have some great motivation, want to change life, and even sometime I say that even if you want to transform your life, there is need to learn this novel called Alchemist. Many times in personal life I felt like to be completely discarded, broken, but it was something what I call a wonderful kind of hope for me as well. When I read it, when I just recalled my memory, I remembered it, the learning gave me a new life. I have divided them into some of the points, 15 points, what I'm going to share with you today. What I learned from Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The first one is hope. One thing what you receive in Alchemist throughout the novel, that is the sign of hope. And hope is something I call it's equal to your breath. When we can breathe, we are alive. And when hope is there, we can do anything. We can try for anything. I'm sorry, light just went off, but still internet is working, so I'll continue it. Ah, there we go. So this is called the hope, right? So hope is something, the most interesting thing I found in excuse me, in Alchemist. It is something what flows throughout the novel from start till end. It is equally having importance as the soul of the writer. And I feel it like, anyone reads it receives hope at every point in the novel. I say to different people come for counseling to me, for suggestion, for ideas when they are really heartbroken, or the level of energy is very low or something like that. So I suggest them to receive the hope from this novel. The second thing you find out in the novel, that is motivation. Alchemist gives you a lot of motivation. It continuously motivates you that how you can become something from nothing, how you can make your life really encouraging one, motivated one, and how you can lead yourself. Alchemist gives you motivation not to lead only yourself, but how to pull others out from discouraging environment, from such kind of situations where people start thinking that nothing is possible, where we start, imagining that our struggle is not bringing results to us. So, there you find Alchemist as the source of motivation, as the source of strength, as the source of self leading element that can help you to lead yourself and lead others. As I said, it gives you also self leadership. Self leadership in the sense that you lead yourself towards positivity. You start leading yourself towards that can really help you out. That's better. You can see the founder of Pakistan, Qazi Azam Muhammad Ali Janab, with me. So, this self leadership is, I call it, one of the greatest learning I have from Alchemist, because when you start knowing your own qualities, you start exploring your own qualities, you start developing, skills, these things come together and become your strength. And this self leadership further motivates you to help others, to lead others, to bring others out of that situation they are going through. Third thing we find out in the novel, that is consistency. Now, this is something very important, that mostly what it happens that in our lives, whenever we start something, we give ourselves some time limit that it needs to be done in this much time. And some hurdles, obstacles, problems, issues, they come from nowhere. And once they come from nowhere, once they are there, They break that time we have designed, we have planned, we have scheduled for our task. And many times it breaks our motivation, it breaks our consistency, it tries to break us. But the thing that makes us still do it all is consistency. With more motivation, with more encouragement, with a lot of hope, when we have the consistency, that is the point where we can continue till we reach to the position we really want to. Now, here, this point in The Alchemist, consistency is seen throughout again in the novel. We see that how the hero, the main character of the novel, starts his journey, then he finds out many difficulties, he is badly beaten, he is beaten to death, he faces a lot of financial crisis, like we all live in this world and many times we face too. He faces, many other obstacles that stop him to go towards his journey, but the man has quality of consistency. He is consistent. He is keep hammering towards his destination. He is keep moving towards his destination. Sometimes it is slow, sometimes it is fast, sometimes it is just like he is not having the movement, but he is not stopping. Consistency. So this thing, this learning from The Alchemist is another strong learning for me, where I feel that hope is there, where I feel motivation is there, where I feel self leadership is there, where I see consistency is there. And when you can find out, you will be keep checking it out when these learning come together, get together for our own personality. You can check it out. These are the stars you are gathering in your uniform, that they are keep coming to your personality, they are keep coming to you, they are building you, they are making you something different, they are making us something different, they are giving something what we really feel to have, or many times we dream to have, that oh, I must have the quality of consistency, I need to be a consistent person. Whatever happens in life, that is a part of life, but I am not going to stop my struggle. I not going to lose hope. I am not going to get demotivated. I'm not going to lose my stamina. I'm not going to stop it. So these things, when we try to feel in ourselves, try to develop in ourselves, try to explore in ourselves, we feel to be, a different, completely different human. You will be just seeing, you will be keep listening, you will be keep, getting what more learning I share with you. And the way you are keep listening, the way you are keep having, try to absorb them, try to feel them, try to, imagine them in your personality, and you will see that you would be feeling as a quite different human being, the one who has, quality to grow, the one who has quality to become a really successful person, an achiever. The next learning I have from Alchemist, it is continuous growth. Throughout the novel, you find out growth. There is mental growth, there is growth of thoughts, there is growth of person physically, there is growth of continuity of journey. Person is developing, keep moving. You find out the movement throughout the novel. That movement is not only the movement for the sake of movement. The movement is not only the change of position, scientific definition, but the movement in Alchemist is something which really moves you. It moved me throughout. You feel like to be moving with the hero. You feel like to be moving with the writer. The quality of the beauty of Alchemist is that the reader starts feeling himself as hero of the novel. The reader starts feeling himself to be the person who is leading the novel. You start feeling yourself alchemist. That's the beauty of movement. And that movement makes you, have the learning of development, the role of development in our life. That once we stop moving, once we stop thinking about the development, the worst thing happens that growth, that development stops. And once it stops, we just become a boring kind of person. We just become a person who is like trillions of other people who have nothing to think about growth. They have nothing to think about development. They are in their own zones. They are in their own lives where they feel that they are happy enough. Their days are passing very nicely. They do not need to, disturb their routine of life. They don't think about that development is equally important as nutrition for our body as well as for our mind. The next learning from Alchemist for me, which is somehow very beautiful, as well as in this age when there are less readers, encourages for reading, motivates us for reading, shows that how the habit of reading brings change in the life of a person. Now, the person who is called Alchemist, hero of the novel, he is there as a shepherd. Now, when we compare a shepherd and the reader, we feel like, no match in our daily life. We see in different cultures, in different communities, we don't find any kind of match because we don't see it quite often. But Alchemist tells us, Alchemist teaches us, Alchemist motivates us, Alchemist guides us, Alchemist reminds us that how reading habit grows us mentally, gives us motivation, gives us strength, give us, energy to do something more, something bigger than what we are doing, and gives the growth to our ideas we might have on limited level, and then take us to, higher and higher. So it really is the beautiful one from Alchemist for me, that how Alchemist, talks about habit of reading equally good enough for everyone, whether it is a person from a labor job, or it is a person who's a student, it is someone who is a science student, it is someone who is an art student, it is someone who is not even a student, it is someone who is a professional, it is someone who is a businessman, whoever. Reading is something that is the beautiful thing we have in our lives, and what keeps us, giving more and more ideas, keep us growing, better than many others. So this learning in the Alchemist is really touching one. The next one is, that is very close to my heart, due to, having a quality of nature lover. Alchemist is the one who promotes, who activates, who tells us about how important, how beneficial, how qualitative is having friendship with the nature. When we are friend to the nature, the best thing happens, that we find a friend who can listen to us as long we want him to listen. In solitude, where we do not need anybody else, where we are very close to someone who loves us unconditionally, where we are with someone who has remained a well-wisher, who is a well-wisher, and who would remain a well-wisher forever. That friendship with nature makes you feel that how far we are going from nature, and that increase of distance from nature is not a comfortable thing for our mind, because nature is something what nourishes our mind the best. Nature is something what really understands us the best. Nature is something can be called the best friend. Nature is something helps us in different other ways, gives us motivation, gives us courage, gives us stamina, give us food for thoughts, makes us stand up, give us a life, give us the way to live a life. This beauty of novel, the beauty of Alchemist is this, that it brings you closer to the nature. It brings you back to the nature. It brings you closer to your creator. You feel like, coming close to your best friend. And that feeling of coming close makes you strong, makes you feel happy, makes you think with more strength, makes you think with broader vision, makes you think with brighter light, makes you think with, you may not be able to think in the normal situation. So this learning is a great inspiration, a great kind of strength for me, that how nature can nurture, how nature can be your friend, how nature can be the source of motivation whenever needed, how nature can be someone who can stand with you when no one else, how nature can help you to share your problems and find the solutions, how nature can be playing role of a mother, role of a father, even role of a family. It is really amazing, and amazingly tells us how we can be the part of nature, and we can benefit ourselves for staying in the company of nature. Very interesting thing. The next learning I have from this beautiful novel is having an idea of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship in the shape of, it can be any business according to your knowledge, according to your experience, according to your interest. As in the novel, it shows that Shepherd is an entrepreneur. He has a small business of sheep takes care of. And then how he gets milk from sheep, how he gets in every season wool from the sheep and sell it out, and how he has profit by selling the sheep. And as an entrepreneur, as having own business, how free he finds the time for reading books, for thinking about nature, for planning for his future, for designing in his mind a vision that can lead him to further on towards his destiny. Financially, he is independent. He is not slave of anyone. He is not following the rules and regulations given by somebody else. He is not bound to any time and space. He is master of his own time. He is master of his own life. He can work as many hours he like. He can utilize his time while working as well for some other tasks. As I said, thinking freely, reading books, planning for future, thinking about his beloved, so on. And it's only possible when you're having your own business. And the biggest thing, the biggest benefit as an entrepreneur, as a businessman you are the one who has to design own timetable. And you know that as much work you do, that much you grow. As much efforts you make, your self growth increases. As much energy you put in, you get better results. So, as an entrepreneur, as having own business is something does not only benefit you, but it benefits others too, because you create more job opportunities. You create more businesses. Like when he's selling the wool, he's involving in another business. The same way, he is the one who is there to lead not only himself but a group of many sheeps. Of his business, of his adventure. The next point, keeps at night and sucking grass, and he is for his future, imagining about his destination, something and adventure. Gets the money and start traveling. You know, gives you a suspense, gives you adventure that what is going to happen next. Is he going to lose all the money? Is he going to buy something else? Is he going to do job somewhere once the money ends? Adventure of that magician lady who tells about the fortune, and the adventure of reaching to a new town, getting beaten up by the bad boys, meeting some new people who tells you how to settle down in the town and how to move ahead, and then looted by them, getting deceived by them. Adventure throughout them, you are adventure, meeting up a person who can convert any metal to gold, who knows the formula of converting metal to gold. Sweet adventures, beautiful adventures, make you really very happy, make you feel very good, make you feel like to be, as I said earlier, that you are Alchemist, you are the hero of the novel. Another thing, another learning is there that everyone have on beliefs. We have the people who have a belief having one God. There are some people who believe have a belief of many gods. There are people who have no belief at all in the creator. But to me, a learning brought, a strong belief in nature, a strong belief in a creator, a strong belief in a maker, a founder, someone who is very beautiful, who is amazing, who has created the world in such a beautiful way that a person cannot stop praising it, cannot stop saying that the work is being done is not amazing. Beauty of nature, minds of people, thoughts of people, journey, traveling, greed, lust, power of imagination, self-motivation, stamina to move ahead, physical strength, love for the destiny, light, darkness, animals, milk, food, in everything, each and everything made me having a stronger belief and a strong belief that there is someone who has created this world quite beautifully, quite amazingly, quite scientifically. It is designed in such a beautiful way, such an amazing way that one cannot deny, you know, its creation and cannot stop praising its creator. This is to my very interesting, learning from. The next learning is there, that is rebirth with energy. Now, rebirth, I am taking it in the sense like this, that sometimes, some points of the novel, the hero is shattered, broken, destroyed, ended, finished. Like at one stage when he is being looted, all the money is being taken, and he is penniless, no money in the pocket, new town, new city. Now there are two ways only. Number one is surrender, beg, ask for money from someone, ask for support from the camel riders to reach back to own town and start working again as a laborer till you reach and buy your own sheep and do the business. And the second option is that gather all the energies, gather all the motivation, just feel like you can do it and get reborn, get a rebirth. Rebirth with all the strength you need to go ahead towards your destiny. First, return back with humiliation. Second, move ahead with the stronger energy, with the better energy, with the more energy, and this is the one really can make you a person who can reach to the destination. For me, the strongest learning was and is that whenever I'm in such kind of condition, I try to try to remind myself that there is no reason that I cannot have a rebirth. I cannot be reborn. I cannot stand again. I cannot gather my all the energies and can start my journey again. So this learning is also one of the, I say, the strongest learning from Alchemist, that you get feel like that you can be going through any critical conditions and you can face them even you are completely broken. Activation of reasoning faculty. There is a very interesting learning that we find out motivation is working there, emotions are working there, but every time at every stage of novel, reasoning faculty is playing stronger role than the emotional faculty. We see that he can get married at the early stage with the daughter of wool merchant, but he stops there because he realizes that if he gets married, definitely he'll satisfy his emotions. He would calm down those feelings, the lust is definitely the need of every human. But on the other hand side, he's going to lose his destination. He's not going to move ahead. He would not be freely traveling. He would not be freely finding what he has fixed as his destination, what he wants to explore, what he wants to have the adventure, what he really feels like that he can achieve and he deserves to achieve. So, reasoning faculty wins over the emotional faculty. That is very interesting, very beautiful. He makes his reasoning faculty more useful for his life, which takes him ahead throughout the novel and finally make him reach to his destination. Another learning, that is presentation skills. When he reaches to the owner of crockery, who has a crockery shop, sells the cups and saucers and the other things made up of glass, he finds out that everything is full of dust. Everything is dirty in the shop. He asks for a job. The owner of shop tells that his business is not much good. He asks for a lowest wage. Employer accepts on a minute kind of salary. You have to just observe that how the role of presentation gets noted, gets the response, gets the appreciation, and definitely profit in business. He cleans the complete shop. He does the dusting of each and everything present in the shop, cleans it, and picks up some of the items, some of the crockery, keeps it outside. Outside, when the rays of sun reflect, they go towards, they attract the customers, they attract the people living in downtown. They check it out that something new is there, something interesting is there, which is reflecting the light of sun. Something shining is there, something bright is there. So people start coming towards that shop where he is working, and the shop is even at the little mountainous point, little higher peak, but people like to climb and go there and see that what it is. And once they see it, they start purchasing it. Means from the same day he gets job, he uses the skill of presentation. He presents the same crockery in such a way that where people hardly come, now they start coming regularly. And whoever buys the crockery goes back and tells the other people, relatives, friends, downtown people, community people, that go and must have a look at least. That how beautiful it is, how interesting it is. The role of presentation. How vital the role of presentation is in our lives. When we are able to present very well, when we are able to deliver very well, when we are able to tell very well, it affects. It gets impact. It brings good results. While on the other hand side, even we are doing amazing job, but our presentation skills are not good, we are unable to get the response. We are unable to get that result what we are looking for. So in Alchemist, this learning of presentation makes us all remind the importance of presentation, and it motivates us to improve our presentational skills in different things in our life. Alchemists give us different ideas of business. It motivates us that how from one business more businesses can be created. How we can see that one business can gives us, more earning, like the presentation skills were introduced by Alchemist to the shopkeeper, shop owner. On the other hand side, he sees that the area available, the same position available, with little more investment can give, even more profit. Alchemist takes the risk of starting a tea cafe, a tea shop. He sees that the mountain it's the high place, wind also blows, weather is beautiful. He sees that the people of town are tea lover. Like in different countries, people love tea. Some people they love coffee. You find a lot of coffee shops. Some people you go, they love green tea like Chinese. Some people they have their own, different kind of teas, different kind of drinks. So it depends on the choice of people. It depends on the requirement of people. So an observer, a business mind person, a person with finding opportunities, a person who knows that what can be sold catches these things very quickly. And the alchemist has the same kind of mind. He sees that now the crockery business has started growing, it is going very well, people are coming, customers are coming. The sale has gone 100 times more than before. Regular customers are there, more and more people are coming, things are going very well. Shopkeeper is very happy, owner is very happy. The salary what was being fixed is being doubled, tripled, a lot of commission is coming. He gives this another idea to start this tea cafe, and this idea of business again gives a lot of profit, because the idea of presentation is used there. That how tea would be presented in the best crockery available at the shop. Environment, very simple, same one outside that shop, that peak place, that high place. Now the people, when they take tea in that crockery, it inspires them, it motivates them, it makes them ask that where did you get this crockery from? And Alchemist tells that from this shop you have the same crockery available. Now see that the one business, the ideas of business, one business he's having there, he's selling tea, he's getting profit for that, whatever is there, and plus he's giving more business with this business to the previous one, and he's telling that this crockery is, and then the same crockery is being sold even on the higher price because of its presentation, because of its admiration, because of its likeness, because of its beauty, because of its, So the idea of business, you find, how beautifully they are being injected, how beautifully they are being, shared in the novel, how business ideas are there for a person who can do something with a minute amount, who can do a business with a small money, who can start something with very less. Because many of us, we find out that even we want to do something, but a hurdle comes, that is finance. Then we look for the microfinance, we look for, bank loans, we look for some other ways as well. But if we just try to sit down and think that for doing something bigger one, can we start something from smaller one? Can we start with something what we can afford at the position? So it is very interesting one, very amazing one, very beautiful one for me in the novel Ideas of Business. Risk taking. Alchemist is a risk taker. He's not the one who believes that, in everything only profit will happen, in everything he'll be successful only. He is the one who takes risks throughout the novel, and sometimes definitely we are being, penalized, sometimes we are, in danger zone as well, but definitely as bigger the risk we can take, that bigger the chances are of achievement. It all depends on the situation, but it is a quality a person can create, need to create in a balanced personality, that a person should not be only the one who remain reserved. Sometimes you have to take the risk, sometimes you have to, have it, and then see that what can be the results. Decision making. You find a learning, a beautiful learning here in Alchemist. It is decision making. Now, Alchemist is a very strong decision maker. Once he makes a decision of selling sheep, he sells them. Once he makes the decision of not getting married at that point, he doesn't do it. Once he makes a decision to travel, he travels. Once he makes decision to work for that crockery shop, he works. When he makes a decision to save up the money, he does it. When he makes a decision that he can, give more benefit to his shop owner and can start another kind of business in the form of tea cafe, he does it. When he takes the, again, he is in very good life, he's earning a lot of money, he's just, you can say, star of his uh, boss as well, of his employer. But then he makes a decision to move ahead. He resigns and he starts his journey again, he starts his traveling again, and he tells that this is not my destination, I have to go ahead, I have to move ahead, and he does it. The power of decision. Many times in life, we are unable to take the right decisions. We are even unable to take the decisions. We are keep thinking whether to do or not, to be or not to be. We are just in between. So this decision power is a quality. This decision power is something what is, you know, needed for a strong leader. It is needed for a good personality. Sometime when it is weak, we need to develop it. We need to learn it. We need to practice it. We need to work more and more on it. So I get it in the Alchemist that strengthening your decision power can make you a better person, a stronger person. And in Alchemist, it inspires you by giving the stronger, better decision making power. Very interesting thing, most of us will be having it, good to understand. Very interesting for me, in Alchemist, there is one learning called comfort zone. Everyone loves comfort zone. It's early in the morning, weather is cold, winter is going on. I have the opportunity to stay in bed till late, sleep till late or stay till late. No need to come sit here at office and come live with you guys and discuss about Alchemist. A lot of people, their jobs are well settled. 9 o'clock to job, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock back home, family. That's it. Weekend with the children, chill, enjoy, fine. Comfort zones. Alchemist gives us that for achieving something bigger, for reaching somewhere you call, greater, we have to break that comfort zone. We have to go out of that comfort zone. You will be dejected, you may be rejected, you may not be appreciated, you may feel a lot of difficulties, you may not have the better place to stay, you may not have the better food to eat, you may not have such kind of luxuries as you have at your own home. But definitely, as I said, for the bigger dreams, for the bigger destiny, for the bigger things, we have to leave the comfort zone. Without leaving the comfort zone, we cannot imagine, we cannot expect, we cannot desire, we cannot dream, we cannot achieve, we cannot receive, we cannot win what we really think for, and we think that, oh, it can be like this. Yes, it is very much possible, it is 100% possible, but the thing is required, it is to leave your comfort zone and come out of it. And this is what I learned throughout Alchemist that Alchemist is not the one who just says that I should achieve higher, the highest one, what I have dreamed for, what I'm being told by the fortune teller, and I should remain, in that comfort zone. Because he knows, he has understood that remaining in that comfort zone may not, but definitely will not take me. It is very much interesting for the people around who are listeners, viewers, that you have to think about your own comfort zone. We all have our comfort zones. That how we can, you know, achieve our targets, how we can go for the bigger dreams, how we can go for something we are really looking for. Is it possible to have it within our comfort zone? And if you feel like that it is not possible, then be courageous, be strong, be motivated, be brave, and leave that comfort zone and travel towards your destination. Another very interesting one, which is, throughout the Alchemist, that is traveling. I love traveling. So it is more enjoyable for me as a traveler to read Alchemist and see that, how he's enjoying traveling, how he's exploring new places, how he's meeting new people, how he's doing. It is just like, amazing, really amazing. So even I feel that those people who don't like traveling, who do not travel, somehow it motivates them that have some traveling, because you know more through traveling, you learn more through traveling, you explore more through traveling, you experience a lot through traveling. You become the better viewer than a person who is only a reader. You become better with your understanding faculty than a person who may have done a degree in any subject. You become the better in observing people, because you meet people of different areas with different natures, with different beliefs, with different cultures, with different traditions, with different thoughts. You become a person with broader vision, because you learn a lot of things practically. So traveling is throughout there in Alchemist, makes us very happy, makes us makes a person like me more happy as a traveler, but those who are not travelers still make them motivate that this is something good one. The last thing I'd share what from the learning. There's a lot more to share. There will be more episodes. I'll try that to have another session as especially on Alchemist, because this is the most favorite one for me, because every time I go through it, I can share few more learning with you as well. The last learning to be shared here is about destiny calls you. Whatever you want in your life, it calls you. It calls us. But it is the one who are us who try to reach to that destiny. All the learning we had, we have to gather them, we have to move ahead, because when destiny is calling us, we need to go towards. But we cannot move even without thinking. We cannot even, take the first step without having strength, without strong commitment. Destiny is achievable. It is something what needs to be achieved to give you the complete satisfaction, great happiness, and something you are really made for. So, work hard for your destiny, whatever destiny you have fixed. This is what the Alchemist gives us learning. Listen the voice of your destiny. When it is calling you, listen it. And once you listen it, plan it, plan it. And once you plan it, then start it with full energy, full strength. you will find a beautiful saying in The Alchemist that is somehow the most beautiful in Alchemist. It says that when you think for something, nature conspires to support you. When you plan it, when you think it, I have to, even nature stands up and gives you full energy. Nature supports you, nature comes as your ally, nature comes as your friend, nature comes as your associate, nature comes to help you, nature's come to, reach to your destination. But this is the one you who has to take the step, who has to start this journey, who has to prove it that yes, I can. Thank you very much. It was the longest video today. I had with you live video on YouTube, and I'm sure that all the learning would help you. Please share your feedback. Do subscribe our YouTube channel you're watching. Share with other friends, and if you like it, please share on your other social media channels, social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. We need more viewership, we need more subscriber, so to get more motivation, so we can work harder to bring you more and more. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. See you soon again.